All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Huddle. My name is Giovanni Gonzalez, and I am super excited to be with you live on the Daily Huddle with all of you guys. The 20 of us who are here. Thank you for being here on our live studio. And also, I'm super excited to be on live on Facebook as well. We have today a really good conversation about understanding our business from the context of growing it and scaling it through the internet. Now, I want to tell you just a few things about the Daily Huddle, right? It's a conversation that we do every Monday through Friday at 9 in the morning Eastern Time to give us a context for the day so that we have a good context for the rest of our day. And the way that you start your day gives you the rest of your day. The way that you live your day gives you the rest of your life. So I'm super excited to be part of this conversation. Good morning, Saurel. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning, Gio. Thank you for being my co-host. And good morning, all. If you are here in the studio audience, you're in for another fantastic morning. And I know you're listening live on Facebook. You're probably in Alaska, Australia, Haiti, Fiji, wherever you are. This morning conversation is for you. You're listening because you're in business for yourself, as someone who's self-employed, or in business to 100 employees, or 1 million to 500 million, wherever you are. I'm clear that you're listening because you know the power of the internet. If you are in business and you do not have a website, today's guest is specifically one of the people you need to speak to get yourself a website. And if you have a website, there's what you know and can do to maximize traffic to your website and have that kind of traffic generate business and money for you. There's a little thing called SEO. I know nothing about it, but our expert guest, Marc Hamm, knows all about SEO, knows all about how to craft your website, knows all about how to create content and copy on your website such that it ranks high in search engines and generates money for you. Now, Marc doesn't know this just because he was born that way. Marc is the owner of Procurement Websites, LLC, currently manages 4 divisions of that company: web design, graphics, marketing, and SEO, standing for search engine optimization. He and his team are responsible for the design, sale, customer service, marketing, and social media for procurement website clients. Now, what you want to know is that Marc loves what he does. He is proud of his work, and he's consistently looking for ways to do better for his clients. And today he's here to help you do better for your clients. Marc, I'm so delighted to have you on the Daily Huddle and cannot wait to hear you say your answer to what is SEO and how does it impact your business. So good morning, my friend, and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Can everybody hear me?
Loud and clear.
Great. My name is Marc Hamm, and I am a web designer from Pro Web Firm. I own the company, and we've been in business for 15 years. And just wanted to tell you a little bit about me before we get into the SEO. I'm from Orange, New Jersey, but my family's from North Carolina. And one day I was
that will be held against you.
All right. Thank you. One day I was living in New Jersey, getting ready for work to go. I worked on Wall Street at Citibank, and got up early, 5, 6 o'clock, turned the TV on and had it on mute. And I'm getting ready, taking my time, shower, ironing my clothes and just getting ready. And I noticed something on the TV, a building, was on the news, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it, continue getting ready. And that day I kept hearing a voice saying, take your time, get back in bed, relax, don't go, stay home. I had worked late the night before, and so I had plenty of time to go in late today. If you work past 7 p.m., then you could come in late, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And, you know, I'm early, you know, early bird. I wanted to get going. Anyway, got my clothes on. I'm ready. Got my briefcase, you know, checking everything out. And I'm getting ready to walk out the door. And I strongly heard a voice say, sit your butt down and turn that TV up, turn the volume up. And that's when I noticed a building was burning. And I just assumed there was a building somewhere burning. I'm like, hey, I got to get to work. And that voice resonated in me so deeply that it made me sit down and focus on the TV. That was the World Trade Center burning. And I still was about to go to work. And I really was kind of confused at what was going on with the building because where I catch the train, PATH train, it takes me into the World Trade Center. And then I walk from the World Trade Center to Wall Street. Well, the second that another plane hit, it all came together. And I'll be honest with you, a tear rolled down my face because I realized I was supposed to be on that train headed to that World Trade Center. And at that moment, I heard 2 fighter jets fly right over the top of my house, headed towards New York. And I realized at that time that God had a bigger purpose for me. And I eventually got laid off from Citibank, which is the best thing that could have ever happened to me because they taught me everything that I knew about web design. And I got here to Atlanta, started my own business, and the rest is history. It had been such a blessing for me to go through that turmoil, but it awoke me. And so all the time that I had been working for someone else, I now had a focus to do the same quality work and help people. And that's what I do today with procurement websites. So let's get into procurement websites. Procurement websites, 15-year business has grown. We have plenty of people that help and work. We have Jasmine, I see on the line. She does web maintenance. And we have other workers that do development and SEO and social media and testing. But today we're going to talk about SEO. For those who don't know, SEO is short for search engine optimization. And what that basically means is when you go on Google, like Miriam's going to get her hair done, she may type in hair salons near where she lives. Those keywords bring up that hair salon or a few hair salons in the area. And so your website has to be optimized for people to find it. It's like having, I'm just going to give you guys and gals some tips on how to properly optimize your website. You want to make your website about one thing only. When you have too many things on your website, advertising this, advertising that, it gets confusing. And so have your viewer or your visitor to your website focus on one thing. Mention keywords in your website that would help people find you. So actually in your text should mention all the products or services that you offer. You want to link your website to external pages and internal pages. So your home page should link to your services page, should link to your About Us page, should link to your contacts page. And your external links might link to some of your vendors. But those links, reciprocal links, help grow your business and list you high in the search engines. You want to remove anything on your website that slows it down. Sometimes you have some funky flash on there or some type of timer or something on it or counter. Sometimes that slows your website down and people are just not patient. When they click on your site, they want it to load and get to the business. If it takes too long to load, they're going to click you off and go right on to the next one. Also, really key thing is people don't really pay attention to this. The images that you have on your website should have keywords. So if you had services on your website and you have a picture of a hairnet that you're selling, your picture should say hairnet. And each picture has a description that you can add to your picture. So take the time to have your site optimized with keywords on your images as well as your text. You want to update your website frequently, all the time. It drives the web updates and the web maintenance crew and the webmaster crazy to have to constantly go back in and change things, but changing them actually helps you rank higher on search engines. When you have other sites linked to you, that also brings up your ranking. There are a lot of people that, you know, get in business and they have their domain at yourdomain.com. For example, let's say thomas.com. Well, if he changes it next week to randy.com, it confuses the search engines and makes it hard for you to find. So stick with one domain. And then finally, you want to write like a human. And I know that sounds funny, but your text should generate just regular everyday conversation. It should be relatable. It should be human, normal. And for me, I just wanted to give you ladies and gentlemen some tips on search engine optimization. It is the main source for finding your website. If you can't find your website, then you're probably not in business. As Mr. Saurel gave us that great slogan, I wonder where he got that from. But today, I want to open up the floor to any questions and answers that I can give you. And I also want to offer everyone on the line a free consultation to go check out your SEO on your website. So you shoot me your web address, I'll take a look at it and tell you what is missing. Doesn't cost you anything but some time. I'm Marc Hamm from Pro Web Firm, and I just wanted to thank Mr. Saurel and Mr. Giovanni for having me be the speaker today. I really am passionate about web design and helping people. And if I could do it for free, I would. But that's not the day we're in. Anyway, thank you. And I'm Marc Hamm.
Mark, if you offered to do it for free, I would forbid you from doing that.
Why, thank you.
There's something awesome about being paid and paying for great service. But here we are, right? If you're in business, you must have a presence on the web. It is the stake you plant in the ground, your home on the internet, which is where business happens today. So to have business happen in a way that generates money for you, you're hearing from Mark how you need to structure the website, how you need to create the language. So I know each of you here, whether you have a website or not, you've got a gamut of questions stirring through your head. How could you get on the bandwagon and make some money optimizing your website or creating yours? So who's got a question or a comment? Let me say one thing about questions and comments. I really want you to ask questions. Since you're probably not Marc Hamm today, don't give another presentation. So it's essential that you ask a question that's going to actually forward your business or help forward some.
Yes, sorry, this is George.
Go ahead, George.
I have never really been able to get any feedback from my website. So Mark, today I'm saying to you, how can you help me to do better, to get at least one hit from my website? I've deactivated it right now, but I want to bring it back to life through you, Mark. So I need your assistance. Thank you.
Okay, good question. So basically, when you have a website, a lot of people think that they build it, put it up, and they're done. And that's just not how it works. You have to be proactive. In your case, George, you're in the tax business. You have to promote your business. Yeah, you have to promote your business. One, you can promote it by being on social media and just posting different things, different services you have to offer. Another way is pay-per-click ads, which a lot of people do in business, which focus in on a certain area. And if you went right now and Google tax preparation in your area, you would get maybe 10, 15 different businesses. Well, those are your competitors.
Right.
How do you get on that same page where they are, or in the top 5, because people don't look past 5? Well, you pay to be there. You do pay-per-click ads, or we do them for you, and you go right on up the rankings and compete with those other businesses that have been established for months or years. You need to be shown as if you've been in business forever. And how you do that is optimizing the site, having SEO traffic, having social media traffic, putting ads on the web, putting ads on social media, and all of that stuff links right back to your site where your phone will ring right off the hook. So you need a professional. You're gonna have to spend a little money on a budget monthly, but in the end, it works. And then one other thing that I will tell everybody that works: networking. When you get out and shake somebody's hand, or you're on this conference call, or on the Daily Huddle, when you meet people, you get back and shoot them an email, touch up with them, link up with them on LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever. When you keep in contact with people, that grows your business. If you're one of those people where you want to put your website up and go hide in a corner and wait for the phone to ring, that's not going to work. You have to be proactive, and not just digitally, but physically.
Thank you, Marc. Thank you, Marc. I just one thing I want to say to all on this cast today. I am a CPA. I do accounting, tax, cash flow, financials, projections. So if you need that type of service, Quettan George Pennant is the person to call. I'll be able to assist you. You don't have to be in Atlanta. Wherever you are, we can reach you via the web, just as Marc is speaking to us now. Thank you.
Thank you, George. I got a chat or message from Karina Sephora, and she sent me her website, and I took a look at it. And Karina, your SEO is not bad. It could use a little polish to it, like what I was saying about your pictures. And her site is karinasephora.com. If anybody wants to take a look at it, take a look at it. It looks pretty good, but it could use some freshening up a bit. We'll set up a meeting outside of this one, and I can go through page by page and help you optimize each page and photo and that sort of thing. But just need some touching up.
There's another question from Janelle. Is a one-page website productive to use SEO?
Yes. So a one-pager is okay to do, but you need to pack it tight with SEO and keywords and links and interlinks and pictures and movement and contact information. You better have everything on it, but neatly, on that one pager. A one pager can be optimized to grow your business. You just need to make sure you have social media links. Social media links are actually very important when you have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. A lot of people these days, they're on 1, 2, or 3 of those platforms, and that's how they search and find things. So if you're, for example, George, advertising your business, you might want to be on Instagram putting up a flyer of your business. And Janelle, same with you. With that one pager, you want to make sure you're advertising on your social media links since you only have one page, you need to really be active and post, if not daily, on your social media, which links back to your site. How can we link our page to the Daily Huddle? You could put a logo, the Daily Huddle logo on your website. And then in the description, you type in the Daily Huddle. And then in the hyperlink, you link it to the Daily Huddle social media page. And that will link you to the Daily Huddle. And of course, you might want to write some text or tag the Daily Huddle. So tag is pound the Daily Huddle.
I have a question. I'm Jacqueline Kennedy of the Kennedy Project. I am the author of children's books, and I am a film director and producer. So Mr. Hamm, how and what makes your web firm stand out from others, and why should anyone work with you and your company, sir?
Good question. Thank you, Jacqueline. So I listen to a lot of presentations of people doing web design, and I always tell clients when they come to get an estimate, there's 3 words you want to hear from your web developer: search engine optimization. It's just funny you asked that question, because if someone doesn't talk to you about search engine optimization, building a site that has no keywords in it is never going to be found. And how we're different from other web developers and web firms is we give great customer service. We go above and beyond. Even if you call us and ask us a question for a service we don't offer, we're still going to help you. We have a great network of people that are in business, and we'll give them a call on your behalf and say, hey, Miriam Jones or Jamal Wesley, they need help doing this. And can you help them? And we know their work, so we refer you. We'll hold your hand through the process to make sure you get what you're supposed to get. We have clients that come to us and they want to start their business, but their credit is a little subpar. And we'll send them to a credit specialist and get their credit repaired personally and business. And then they come back to us with great credit and say, hey, here's a credit card, build my website. You know, but we're just glad to help people one way or another. We know that by helping people and giving great customer service comes back to you in the end. You know, it's like going in a store and you buy something from the cashier and she smiles at you and says, hey, have a good day. You remember her when you go to Publix. So you end up going back, and when you go back, you're kind of looking for that cashier because they were friendly. It's all about good customer service. And my father taught me that as a young guy. He owned his own business, 31 years, a retired shoe repairman. People would come in all day, every day, and he had integrity in business. And that's what we strive to offer, is integrity. Of course, we can sell you a website, but we're also going to teach you what you need to know in business. For example, Miriam Jones is starting her business, and we give consultation and advice to her to just help her.
Thank you, Mark. Laura K has a question. Laura K, go ahead and go off mute.
I think I'm off mute.
Hi, Laura K.
Hi, good to talk to you. So I'm a photographer, and I specialize in headshots that really express what people want to brand for themselves, their brand. And my question for you is the website that I am linked to. So I'm linked to my lab. So my website is actually managed, and the CEOs and all that is all done through SEOs, are all done through the lab and all of that. However, I can, like you mentioned in your talk, I can extend out to other websites. So if I wanted to create another website and link out to it, would that also bring me back? So my website, which is lorikphotography.com, I also do a lot of speaking. And I don't really have my speaking stuff on the website because I really wanted to focus on my photography. But I feel like I mean, do you see where my question is going? Is that something that do you have any recommendations?
I do. So your photography business, let that stand as it is. So maybe you put a link on your photography site to your speaking site, and go ahead and build a 1-pager, 2-pager for your speaking site, and list all the things that you're doing, videos, put some audio on there, your YouTube links, upload your speaking to YouTube or Vimeo, and then all your social media links for the speaking should be on there as well. And now you link your speaking website to your photography website and vice versa. And you advertise it as a separate business, although you're a link to your existing photography business. It will help you search engine optimization wise or SEO wise. So yes, move forward with that and brand yourself to be both of those. So you're the brand, Lori K, right?
Yep.
But you do multiple things, and that's fine. You just need to advertise them and optimize them correctly. And we'll help you with that. I'm going to look up your website as we get off this chat and see what I can do to help you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Awesome. Awesome. Giovanni, my friend, I'd like to hear your voice.
Oh, thank you, Saurel. Thank you. So I don't have a question that doesn't require another half an hour, Saurel. I just want to, because there's just so much for me to, swim on this. So, Marc, I just want to thank you for being here. We're certainly going to bring you back and just keep getting the most out of you and be a contribution to so many of us who are looking to expand ourselves in the world of social media and internet and marketing and all of that, which is critical for abundance, and it's critical for us to expand our brand and our business. So thank you for being here.
Hey,
That's all I have to say for today, Saurel.
I'd like to take a little poll. If you can turn on the participants window in your Zoom app, please raise your hand if you do not have a website and you are in business. Okay. All right. So we've got one. So everybody else has a website.
No, CC doesn't have a website.
CC doesn't have a website, but CC can raise her hand because she's on the phone. I got it. All right. So Maria and CC, call me or send me messages directly if you're interested in doing anything like building yourself your first website. We'd be happy to point you in the right direction, and that direction might be Mr. Marc Hamm. So
I would be glad to help.
It's 9:30. We're about to close the huddle today, and we give you the last word, my friend.
Thank you. We talked today about SEO. We talked about being diligent and growing yourself. And I want everybody to know that next time we talk, we're going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about growing your brand, as Lori K almost got out of me. I'd have been talking for another half hour, so I'll just cut it short. But you'd have to brand yourself as well as your website. So when you do SEO, think of branding yourself, your name, your services, who you are. Your people should know a little bit about you. Why would they patronize your business if they know nothing about the person behind the business? So brand yourself, as Mr. Saurel normally has the jacket on, but I got it on today. And I'm just going to end with the branding on my shirt. I thank you guys for having me. I'm Marc Hamm from Pro Web Firm.
Welcome, Marc, and thank you for being here. This is your Daily Huddle for today, the 22nd of April. And we're glad you were here, and we're glad you'll be here tomorrow for more of what you come for, a foundation and an anchor for you to make great decisions so that your business and your life both thrive. Thank you for being here, Giovanni. Thank you. And it's a wrap.